Bitcoin will replace USD. In this video, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Let's talk about making money in cryptocurrency. Let's jump into the video. I titled this video is because experts are actually believing that Bitcoin is undervalued. As you can see right here, 61% of people are saying it is undervalued. And this is from cryptocurrency experts. You see here, the world's best known, widely traded cryptocurrency is known for its phenomenal growth. Now, as awareness of cryptocurrencies continue to spread, all eyes are on Bitcoin's price. So we asked our panel of 42 cryptocurrency experts what's in store for the coin. So if we look over here, you can see that 24% of the experts think it's overvalued, but the vast majority think it's undervalued. And all news is pointing bullish. It's been pointing bullish for a very long time. If you've been following my channel, I try to cover things, 50-50. Like, my goal here is not to be biased in one way, shape, or another. Even though I am by default biased because I'm a cryptocurrency investor, I try to look at both sides of the story, right? I like to look at the pros, of course, and hype me up and make me feel good about my portfolio. But the cons we need to take in consideration, because our goal here at the end of the day is to achieve financial independence. So I will, look at both sides. Now, if we're looking at this right here, Plan B kind of just put this big question out here. It's the stock to flow model, and we're reaching the bottom point of basically the cloud or bubble that he drew out here, right? And you can see that we are kind of like at the bounce, make or break moment for Bitcoin's price. And I've been screaming this on the internet for a long time. I think the bottom is below 30K BTC. I do think it's going to probably get below 30K. I don't believe that we can break previous all-time high, which was $20,000 BTC. I don't think we're going to go below that. I don't think it's going to get that bad, but I do think that the bottom is sub 30K. So if that kind of lines up with the fact that if we do see Bitcoin break below 30K, we can see that bounce very quick. Now, this is a really important thing I want to kind of just go over with you guys, and it's from Willy Woo. If you don't know who he is, he's basically a data science expert. I thought it was really interesting. Okay, so what he's saying is, I do think about this a lot. Diversify into what? So people, if they're not going to invest in cryptos, if they're not going to hold, USD or whatever the case is, where are they going to go, right? So fiat currencies do not store value well, susceptible to inflation. Stocks are overvalued by most metrics. Bonds, currently not a good store of value. Risk of default is high for any bond. Precious metals, difficult to buy and transport and relatively expensive to store. Largely indivisible, right? You can't split it up. Real estate, most U.S. real estate is overvalued by most metrics. Indivisible, obviously. Relatively illiquid. You can't sell your house at will. Expensive to store, for sure. Property taxes and repair costs, right? Collectibles, difficult to authenticate. Potentially expensive to store and transport. Indivisible. You can't split up a, collectible item, right? Illiquid, right? It's you can only sell if there's potential buyers. Bitcoin, volatile. Storing and transferring is daunting initially. So this is really interesting. And what they mean by daunting initially is that learning curve, right? And that's why I have made my channel in the first place. Guys, I'm trying to show people the way of cryptocurrency and financial independence, whether it goes, if cryptocurrency is a thing that takes over USD, like I said in the intro, or it doesn't. I'm still going to talk about money. Now, I thought this was an interesting article. I'm not going to read the article because it's basically just talking about taking the developing world by storm. And we've known this for a long time. I've been screaming it for the past 2 years. But there's some interesting statistics. So nearly 1 in 3 of those polled in Nigeria say they owned or used cryptocurrency versus just 6 out of 100 in the United States in 2020. El Salvador made Bitcoin legal tender. And then, the World Bank said they're not working with them, whatever the case is. In Nigeria, Africa's largest economy, trading volumes have risen 128% year on year. And in Turkey, where inflation and economic decline have hit the lira, they're up 143% based on data. Also, there's about 1.7 billion people that are considered unbanked. However, around 48% of the global population has a smartphone, and that percentage in theory should have access to the internet and therefore cryptocurrencies. That's interesting. Kind of just the last thing here, the World Bank reported in 2020 that sending money to Africa via traditional bank transfer costs are an average fee of 8.9% compared to the global average of 6.8%. Imagine sending $1,000 and just losing off the bat close to 100 of that. It's absolutely ridiculous just to send money to someone. So, obviously cryptocurrency is solving that issues, but not everything's green today. Not everything's positive.